Or this TV show.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Do You Remember This Movie?
Or this TV show.
Yes. And this TV show. Or this TV show. I see we're all wearing yellow or gold, however you want to look at it. I think Cam's
Solidarity.
Yeah. Cam's a little faded, it looks like. You said that was a Donkey Kong shirt?
No. I found a Father John Misty shirt, which is even better because all of his fans are famously pants pissers. So.
Who pisses their pants, though? Or beds.
If Pee My Pants was cool, I'd be Miles Davis.
I mean, doesn't Billy Madison piss his pants? That's cool, right? Yeah, that's not Dale. Yeah, Billy does. Hello, gentlemen. Thanks for joining me on this wonderful evening. But we got some movies tonight. And this first one, Cam's going to let us know what it's all about.
Now it's time for The Synopsis with Cam. The Synopsis with Cam.
Our first film is going to be The Loneliest Runner. An evil witch has imprisoned a young man and is slowly ruining his life by subjecting him to severe psychological torture. As everything falls down around him, he finds out that there's only one way to solve his problems, by running away from them. Eventually, the evil witch's curse is broken using the power of patriarchy, and our hero protagonist can finally follow his dreams of hitting on the girl next door.
Nice.
That was awesome. It's always fun.
She kind of gives like Wicked Witch vibes, man. I don't know.
Mommy Dearest.
Yeah.
Dearest. Yeah. No, we'll get into it.
Yeah. Let's see who's in this thing.
Well, it wouldn't be my morbid self without saying RIP to all these people we're going to talk about tonight, because I'm pretty sure everyone in each of these movies is no longer with us.
Coincidence?
And most of them did RIP. They rest in.
Oh, I like it. So this first movie is like a Michael Landon movie. Michael Landon is in this movie as an adult. So, but he's also like, this is like his like growing up childhood movie.
Yeah.
Or kind of like
loosely based
off of him growing up. But yeah, Michael Landon, he's adult John Curtis, mostly known for his role in Highway to Heaven and Little Joe and Bonanza. Dude, you're a big Bonanza fan, right?
It's totally.
I'm just asking you.
Catch it on Me TV at 2 a.m.
And 3 a.m.
And 4 a.m. But 5 a.m. it stops. Next up, we have Brian Keith, who played Arnold Curtis, which was the father in this movie. Probably one of my favorite characters in the movie. You know, R.I.P. as well for him. And but he's mostly known for being what was his name? Mitch Evers in the 1961 Parent Trap.
Ah,
I've never seen that, but somebody has, guaranteed. Lance Kerwin is our main character, or our main actor in this movie. He plays young John Curtis, but mostly known for being an American mercenary in the movie Outbreak.
Corey, I don't want to alarm you, but there's a spooky ghost right behind you.
Yes, it's a little tiny ghost.
It's one of the haunted souls from the basement.
Yes, it's made its way up to the upstairs.
it's just washing its sheets.
Let's close it. All right. And we're back. Okay. So that's our cast. Obviously, there's more people in this movie, but I really want to get to the clips because that's the fun part of this show. So, don't you think so?
Yeah.
Or is it me mispronouncing people's names?
There it is.
I've been good tonight. Wait till the next movie.
So this movie is really unique in how it starts. So it starts off with
We'll be on in about 2 minutes.
like our hero in present day, and then he has a flashback of the entire movie. So here is our hero of the story. He's an adult now, an Olympic medalist, right? And so
I like to say
videotape.
he's the adult John Curtis.
yeah. And so I'm going to turn this down just a little bit.
Or
So-
Bruce Jenner, one of the two.
So he says that in 2 minutes they're gonna start the interview. In 2 minutes. Okay.
Replay at the finish of your race, and
I just want to get it to where it says 2 minutes.
we'll be on in about 2 minutes. First, we'll show a videotape replay at the finish of your race, and then I'll ask a few questions. We'll just talk about it. What got you?
It's 7:28. 7:28. For those taking notes, 7:28.
Interested in running?
And then they have to mold this into the childhood version of the because we don't know what a clock is. We wouldn't be like oh wait, that's a different clock. You know, we had to have it superimposed on top of each other. Okay. So
Corey, who was the director of cinematography? He was the same one for both.
Really?
Yeah, and he had a bitchin' name.
I will get to it as we listen to
Okay.
it.
I love that's his Kubrick moment right there. It was a graphic match on the clock.
Except for it wouldn't have been
Boom.
but why couldn't they just make the interview be at the same time? I mean, like the AM PM of it, right? Like, why did it have to be 7:28 and then he's waking up at 5:30?
And if they should have.
Yeah.
Like,
And the alarm clock's going off at like not a 5-minute interval, which just pissed me off.
well, and like
It's like 5:32. I'm like, come on.
It wouldn't have hurt this movie. I swear to you, people, it wouldn't have hurt this movie at all if his Olympic gold medal interview was at 5:32. It just wouldn't have hurt it, and then it would have matched well with the transition of the two clocks. But I digress. Okay, I did want to show this scene. Because you talk about cinematography, there's some brilliance here. So we get to see this young man's morning routine. So those of you who don't know what this child suffers from is chronic bedwetting. This is definitely a top 5 bedwetting movie. Arguably, I guess. We're all.
If you disagree, anyone watching this, please put that down in the comments because we want to know what you think is.
Yeah, the other 5. Yeah, you name the other 5.
Is this the top one? Would you say, Trent? Like number 1?
That I'm not sure. I'm not here to debate. I'm just here to just spit facts.
Just spit facts. Before you get into this first scene, I'm not falling for your bait here, Cam. There's no way I'm gonna try to pronounce the cinematographer's name.
All day I was like, I can't. I hope he tries.
His name is Ted Voigtlander. Actually, that probably is how you say it. Did I nail it?
I think he did, and it had a little umlaut in both credits. Both movies, same
Probably
cinematographer.
Lander. I'm not gonna do this. Okay.
I wanted to show this scene. I'll make sure we turn it down just a little bit. So he wakes up. He's had a little bit of an evening, right? So he's got to check to see if the coast is clear. Yep. Looks like it's clear. So he takes his sheets and then he cleans his wet bed with the sheets.
Yeah.
And then he puts it in his football bag with his football equipment. I didn't include the scene where all of his teammates think his jersey smells like asparagus. But yeah. Okay, so he's got.
Did you guys notice too that it seems like the version we watched was stuck on like 1.15 speed?
Oh, I guess I didn't notice.
It was really, really obvious during this scene because his movements are all really weird.
Well, that and it had like, I don't know, that hissing
Oh,
that was awful.
for
Yeah.
a lot of the movies.
TV movies have that problem, you know. I just like to show this. Like, so he's changing his clothes. He's got to put those in the bag too. But look at the conveniently placed stuff, so we don't see any bits, right? Clever, right?
Oh, that great directing.
Right? Yeah, it reminds me of like that Austin Powers scene, right?
Yeah. That was perfect.
But they do it again. So I'm not here to shame anybody, but he puts his shirt on first. Is that weird? Maybe I'm just weird, but it seems weird to put your shirt on first.
You don't Donald Duck for like 15 minutes before you put on your pants?
No, I guess I don't. But now that I know what it's called, see, look at the drawer is perfectly placed.
Yep.
Clever.
Must be a Wednesday. I only do that on Wednesday, so that means I did it today.
All right, and so he makes his bed. So all I want to bring up here is, this is gross. The whole movie's gross, but this
The whole movie's gross.
So, wouldn't it have been easier? Maybe I'm wrong, but wouldn't it have been easier for him to like just put the sheet away every night, and it would probably dry by the time he gets up? He has to use it again, and then just sleep on the same sheet and not have to do this entire routine every day. Do you get what I'm getting at?
Yeah. So how old is he again? Like
13.
At this
13?
point, he's a week away, 6 days away from being 13.
So he's been doing this for.
Knock it up, John.
I mean, obviously he wasn't like doing this when he was a young child or an infant, but years.
Yeah.
This routine. That's astonishing.
But but I know there's some logistic problems with what I said. Like that means that he'd be sleeping in his own pee, but he's gonna be sleeping in his own pee anyways, right? Like that's just a fact of what he's doing, right? I mean, really, he's taking a chance. He thinks that he's going to just take a chance with this every single night, and he's losing this battle. Anyway, so now we get to meet the mom,
and at the same time, like, why put the pants on then? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, and also he put the new pajama pants on and then took a shower. Gross. Gross. Old pants off,
that's a good
shower,
point.
then new pants. All right, I know they're pajama pants, but yeah, like I don't know, whatever. Okay, so here's the mom. The mom is wonderful. The mom is the mom we all wish we had. She's just love. She's just loving and
Deanne Mears. She looks like a Deanne, even though her name's Alice in this movie, but Deanne Mears. No picture on IMDb.
I noticed that too.
Mostly known for being Phyllis Johnson on Law and Order Special Victims Unit. And she's dead too.
So Cam wanted to bring up the paper.
I think you could just give him a little bit of encouragement.
Yeah, so this is like
You got such a negative
a testament to
5 nights is a big thing to him.
to Michael Landon's screenwriting ability here, right? So we are movie released 1976, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we are currently flashback to 1955, which we find out later in the movie because there's like a little, calendar leaflet thing. So the headline is that the Perón regime has been ousted. So Juan Perón, the 35th president of Argentina, was defeated in a military coup in 1955. That regime stayed in power for about 20 years. Eventually, they had another election. He was reelected, and unfortunately, this was in like 1974. Passed away right after he got elected. So his widow took over as president. And guess what year she was ousted by a military coup?
1976.
Exactly. So that's actually just a really big brain little joke that Michael included here, just to let you know.
And you
He's
know what
with it.
And you know what that regime was ousted for?
Bedwetting.
Bedwetting.
Just thought that was like an insanely highbrow joke for
Yeah.
a very low budget, pretty bad movie. There's an amazing shot in this scene too.
I didn't get much of this. I don't know, but so look how he's stressed out.
Very.
Yeah, it's almost like the stress is causing him.
And so it's so I'm pretty sure it said 25 cents. So did he throw in he must have threw in 2 dimes and a nickel then?
Oh, maybe.
I'm like, wait, how many quarters is he throwing in there?
So he does that. He does that every day, and he's like late for school every day, right? Because he has a problem.
So he takes his lunch money and he goes and washes
Yeah.
his sheets in his pajamas.
And then just eats freaking Jello.
So
I do think the semi-autobiographical part of this is kind of cool, like looking at the parallels between the two movies, because he's always late every day. It's like he must have just been chronically late. The other crazy thing is, I was fascinated with this guy after watching these movies. He did pee the bed in real life.
Yep.
Yeah, and his mom actually does the thing, and he claims in his biography that he didn't wet the bed until there was a day where his family went to the beach, and his mom tried to drown herself in the ocean, and he saved her, because apparently she attempted suicide multiple times throughout his childhood, and he saved her, brought her back to the beach, got her safe and everything, and the trauma from that causes bedwetting.
Well, because she had a jellyfish. Jellyfish buddy.
Wow. That
So he had to pee on her.
because that's how you cure it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
We kind of just fast forwarded through the movie, but the football team won, right? They're on their way home. The mom has gotten wise to his shenanigans because he was going to get a new bed. He has this little bed, and he was going to get a new bed if he could just go 2 weeks without wetting the bed, and he's been lying, right? And so his mom finds out. And so let's get to where the worst part of his life starts, right? Because if you thought his routine was terrible before, it gets worse. But I also want to point out that these kids only have one cheer, so that the dad must be just going completely mental because these kids have one cheer that they keep just on repeat.
Who do we appreciate? Ram! Yeah! 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Ram!
I mean, I'm pretty sure he stopped past the stop sign there. But
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Ram! Yeah! 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we John!
So his mom put his sheets out the window.
I hate her.
Just humiliated. So now
Well, you guys want me to give you a ride? And the kids are like, no, we're gonna go, or we'll walk home.
So now here's his new routine, right? So here's the next day at school, right? Next day at school.
Hey, what about practice?
Gotta run home.
But wouldn't it have been better just take the sheets with him like as he had been?
Well, that's what I was wondering. Why didn't he just continue to do that? Like he had a routine.
And then she would have to clean. She'd have to throw clean sheets out the window, and nobody would even know what she's doing. Didn't you say he's Forrest Gump?
I did. Well, when I saw the thumbnail, I'm like, it looked like a young Forrest Gump. So I was like, oh no, story of Forrest Gump.
So he runs a long way home because he's got to beat the kids home just so they don't all see it, right?
Start finding darker sheets at least. Like,
Yeah, get some black sheets.
Like get some black sheets for some yellow.
I
some
like to
yellow.
imagine-
I'm not wearing yellow because of
Yeah.
But yeah,
Is that why you did it?
do why I wore yellow?
I guess I showed up with yellow, and then you had yellow on already.
Oh yeah, no, I wore yellow because of the pee.
But yours is gold.
Yeah.
Yours
Yeah,
is
yeah.
gold.
Yeah, it's healthy.
Oh my god. Unlike Cam's over there. Look at that.
Well, hey man, this used to be a white shirt.
Slept in it a couple times.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the family goes to a doctor, right? And so
Some children have a very deep sleep pattern. So deep, in fact, they just can't wake up when they're supposed to.
How long does that last?
Well, that's hard to say.
Doctor, how can you be sure it's that and not just laziness? Or spite, for that matter?
spite.
Well, no one consciously wants to wet the
It
bed,
can't be a
Mrs. Curtis.
medical condition. I think my son is spiteful towards me and lazy. He doesn't want to get up to go use a toilet.
Yeah.
No, right. He's just cool with
Yep.
pissing the bed, and he's okay with you, putting it out the window every day. Frickin' Deanne, get out of here, Deanne.
So this is where he realizes what has happened. Like the byproduct of all of this is that he's become a extremely conditioned runner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in track they got to run a mile, in gym class they have to run a mile, and here he goes. And this is the day that he finds out he might just be the fastest kid in school. He's got the coach's attention. Double take. He's way, I don't know if you can see this on the little screen. He's way out in front of him.
Run. Run.
I was running.
I just felt like running.
Take it easy, Curtis. You got 3 laps to go.
What made you start running
I'll tell you for so
in
what.
the bed?
He just did the half mile a second under our school record. Not the junior high school record, George, the senior high school record. George? George?
So this kid just might be the fastest kid in the county, in the state, in the world.
John! Hey, John!
So his love interest
Mr. Izzy.
Where's Nancy?
wants to. Her dad wants to show off his new car.
What do you think of the new car, huh?
It's great.
He's gonna.
Really great.
He's gonna take her home. He's gonna drive her home in this in his new car.
I'll give you a ride, too.
They're neighbors.
No, Mr. Izzy. I have someplace to go.
I'll be happy to drop you off.
Yeah, no, really, thanks, Mr. Izzy. It's not far.
Or maybe next time.
So he gets a head start. I mean, this is the fastest kid in town. He gets a head start.
I don't think 3 people could fit in that front seat. Maybe the kids, but yeah.
That whole.
Oh,
Well, we'll see if you do it.
so
Hi, John.
they pass him.
Not that fast.
Yeah, he's not fast enough
Not fast enough, I guess.
because she's gonna see it.
So her name's Nancy in the show, right?
Yeah,
His,
his dream girl just drove by. Right, like she played a blind girl in Little House on the Prairie, and man, did that kid wish she was blind in this show too. So the ultimate humiliation has just happened. His mom not only embarrassed him in front of his friends, and he has to just run home every day, and he had to quit football. Right, and he had to throw away the asparagus jersey and everything, and so now his girl of his dreams, his neighbor, knows.
Did he tell you about a little bedtime problem? That's his sheet back there.
I love when you throw those little random clips in.
The whole time that scene is so long, and there's like the ambient sound of the crickets and the hiss from the bad boom mic. I just was like sitting there on my couch like dit 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 dit.
Right.
Bow, bow, like if he jumps over a bush and it goes slow-mo, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh man, I should have put that in there.
Follow me.
Okay, so now he doesn't wet the bed. He stayed the overnight at Woolworths or whatever it is, he got to sleep in a double bed and a full size bed, whatever, and didn't pee the bed, so they bought him a new bed, and now he's gonna join the track team and run with the seniors
But he had a sleepover. I mean, that was a while ago. Yeah. So he just stayed up. So if I'm not mistaken, he stayed up all night. I was waiting for him to like fall asleep there, and then when he woke up, like it would have been like all like in his like pants and everything, and I was waiting for the kids to be like, "Oh, you peed your pants,"
or like the kids wake up and like they're all eating snacks and stuff. Like a slice of pizza comes floating by.
From the pee?
Yeah, because there was because he had to pee the whole room, not just the bed, because there was more people there. Never mind.
The entire room.
Did you guys
filled
Did
with
you guys notice in that the sleepover scene? They're like watching some scandalous late night television, and they're like they say that the woman's bust measurement is 37. He's like, whoa. Over a yard of lung. Imagine how long she can hold her breath. And I was like, what a weird.
That was the 50s. They had a different way of looking at things.
Yeah.
You still watching that horror movie? Why did it end 10 minutes ago from me, but not you? Turn that TV off.
Yeah, and that also just let that kid know that other families are just way better.
So he just needed a bigger bed.
Yeah,
that was the answer. And then not only are we past the point where his dad confesses?
Yeah, so you can talk about that.
The final scene.
Yeah. So like after all of this, the dad's like, "Yeah, I did it till I was 14," and the mom's just standing there like. You think he may have said that to her a while back, like, "Hey, this is kind of hereditary. Like, I did this since I was 14." She probably would have filed for divorce immediately, but
that would have been better for everyone.
But she just like sat there and like, it's like, I don't know. She didn't apologize.
It would have been great though if she was like, and then I peed the bed until I was 27.
She's still peeing the bed.
Hey, glad to have you with us.
So I just want to show this.
Okay, boys, let's go.
He joins the track team now, right? And he gets the girl.
Hey, Frankie, I'll be there in a minute.
Okay.
And I just think this is a really bizarre interaction. Because they tell her that practice is only an hour. Do you want to wait for me?
Where are you going? Home. You in a hurry? No. I got practice here for about an hour. Maybe got some studying you can do here? I thought you and me could walk home together. I'll wait. Good.
Right.
Deal. I guess I'll see you in a little while. Yeah.
Hey, Curtis.
Yeah, Coach?
Aren't you dressed yet?
Start him now, Coach. I'll catch up to him.
I guess I'll see you.
He has all the confidence in the world. All the confidence. Nothing could be embarrassing ever again for this kid. He is standing tall from this day forward.
Before you go forward, I bet she wets the bed too.
Oh, that's why she's cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, like you think, like at this point, like, she saw that. Yeah. And she, like, and what is he like? How does he go to her? Like, hey, I know you saw that. That's the old me. I got a bigger bed now.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. And if I do, it'll stay on my side.
Yeah. You are safe from
She just was impressed by the size of the stain.
Damn. This guy.
You know what that means?
Big stain means big bladder.
That's right.
Oh.
So, do you think they did that? Do you think they did that on purpose? Or do you think like they just he
just ate shit?
He just ate shit and they're like, keep it. Or Michael Landon's like, that's actually what happened.
Yep.
That's what I did. And he got up and she's gone.
She moved.
She moved out of town. Whole family left.
They just tore the whole house down and
yeah, gone.
No, she's like, that's not the most embarrassing thing we've seen from him. And he's like, I just pissed my pants.
That hurt.
Okay. Oh, check this out. So it's a stopwatch. Like, how can we transition back to present time? Movie magic. But check this out. It's 7:29. All of that happened in 1 minute.
That's right.
He thought that whole memory in 1 minute. In 65 seconds, if you look at the clocks.
He did that about as fast as he could run.
Good point. I don't know if you guys saw this. I know. So yeah, this isn't like my image. They're showing you on a TV, right? But do you guys see this? Can you guys see my cursor?
Yeah.
Do you guys see this?
Stands?
You see it again here. Do you guys see it? Here it is. Right? Check this out. So I knew you guys wouldn't be able to see that very well, so I'm going to blow this up for you guys to see it a little bit better, okay? So here's we're going to zoom in just a little bit more. Here we go. Here we'll get one more in there. Just so you could fully see that his mom came to support him as he won the medal.
At least he knows that his mom was, if she's being supportive now.
Yeah.
And she's like, because of this right here, because of this sheet in the air, it's why my son is winning gold medals now. Piss gold medals. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Wow. You've been talking about this movie for a while.
Oh yeah, I love it.
You brought it up a few times, and I think it was well worth the wait.
Couldn't have waited another day, or you would have wet the bed.
I couldn't have waited another day. It's always good to hold things so you don't wet the bed. I don't know. I'm trying to think of pee jokes here. Yes, that was a doozy though. But we're not done with Michael Landon tonight.
Well, that's a relief.
Sure. Sure was. It sure was. I mean, let's just hop right in it.
And once again, it's time for the Synopsis with Cam. The Synopsis with Cam.
Our second film is Sam's Son. This is the story of Gene and the time that the Philistines seized him, gouged out his eyes, and took him down to Gaza. Binding him with bronze shackles, they set him to grinding grain in the prison. But the hair on his head began to grow again after it had been shaved. Just grabbed a fun little quote about Samson.
And there's far less pee in this movie.
But
there's little to no pee in this movie.
So this comes like after he grew out of the pee, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is like
if we connect the two movies as all one life of Michael Landon, aka Gene Horowitz.
Yeah, and that's his name. That's his name. That's the character's name in this movie.
That's his real name.
That's Michael Landon's actual name.
Mm-hmm.
I read that Michael Landon chose his
stage
because
name.
he went to Hollywood and they were like, "Oh, you can't have that name here, buddy." And so yeah, he chose his stage name randomly out of a phone book.
He should. Oh, really?
Yeah.
He should have went by Michael P. Landon. I think that would have been good for him. It really would have, highlighted his career with a nice bright yellow highlighter. That was a stretch. Okay, you guys want to know who's in this movie? I put a China in that one. Anyways, well, first and foremost, we have Eli Wallach in this movie, R.I.P. as well. Not P like. Never mind. We've been saying a lot about P. People are gonna love this episode. I didn't write down anything for what he's most known for. I was hoping maybe you guys had an idea of what would be good, but I am the cast guy. He wasn't the good, the bad, the ugly.
That's what I knew him.
Yeah. So he was in Tuco. He was also in a movie called Baby Doll. And last but not least, most recently, he was in a movie called The Holiday. And when I say most recently, I mean 2006.
The Jack Black movie?
Is that who's in that? Yeah. Yes. He's Arthur. You remember Arthur from The Holiday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How could you forget? Who is he in this? I missed that part.
Oh, he's the dad.
Sam.
Oh, the dad. Okay.
Sam.
Yeah, he rules.
Once again, my favorite character in this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Like hands down, the dad was my favorite character in the other movie, except for the fact that he kind of kept that secret when he probably should have told the doctor, like, I do pee. Okay, enough from the pee movie. Next up, we have Anne Jackson, who played the mother, who was most known for being the doctor in The Shining. You brought up Kubrick earlier, and I thought that was kind of funny that I was going to mention The Shining later. Wow. Okay, I'm dragging this on. Last but not least, we got Timothy P. Murphy. It's Timothy Patrick Murphy. He plays the son, or AKA Michael Landon, or Gene, if you want to say. But he's most known for nothing, really. I mean, yeah,
just this one movie.
I mean, this is that. I mean, technically, he was Mickey Trotter in Dallas, the TV show. He was Curtis Williams in The Love Boat, and Jared Kent in The Seekers. So, you guys remember The Seekers, right? Nope. All right. I don't either. Somebody comments, yeah, you've never seen The Seekers? What are you talking about?
See, The Seekers plays regularly in our household.
Yeah, we have it on all the time. Jared Kent's my favorite character in that one.
Well,
it's on MeTV at 2 a.m.
Okay, let's get into the clips of this fantastic film. So as we alluded to, this is also written by Michael Landon and then and directed by Michael Landon. It is kind of the sequel to the first movie. This is when he's in his teen years. So let's get right into it. So this movie, what sets this movie apart from the other one is it starts with him having to be somewhere, but he stops to remember the entire movie beforehand.
Yeah.
So he goes back to his old house.
There's a bed sheet hanging from the window.
I wish it was the same house. I wish so much.
We're gonna have to put a disclaimer on this episode. Just if you like toilet humor,
yeah,
enjoy.
We did it, Sam. Dreamers did it.
Didn't you just say dad?
Yeah,
or
Sam.
All right.
Yeah, I should say dad.
Yeah. That would have given away like the whole movie, though, right? Because we don't know Sam's his dad. Yeah, all right.
I wish there wasn't this audio issue here. There's a little bit of crackling on the audio. Sorry about that. But
is that the doctor from The Shining?
It is.
Oh my God, there she is.
So okay, I kind of put so this is the next scene in the movie, but where he's going, where his flashback, right, of his entire life in just a few moments, right?
Like a minute and a half.
Yep. But I put this and a later scene right next to each other just to show you this. It's just weird. It's just weird. Some of the things in this movie are just weird, like for no reason at all, right? So why is this scene in this movie? Okay, here we go.
Are you in the bathroom?
Yeah, I'll be right down.
What are you doing in there?
What do you do in the bathroom?
I know what I do in the bathroom. I'm asking, what are you doing?
Okay, and this is a scene from later in the movie where it happens again.
Yeah.
And if you're like, this mom doesn't seem as bad as the other mom. No. There's one thing that almost makes it maybe tilts the tide here.
I thought you were going to say tilts the stream or something.
Jean, open this door.
Mom, I'm going to the bathroom.
Why don't I hear anything?
Crying out loud, can a man have some privacy?
You are not a man, you're my son. Open the door.
She was going to open the door.
Jean?
That better?
That's so stupid. Aim the Fonz, eh?
Hey.
You know, it was a style back then. Pocket cut.
Look what she does. She smelled the bathroom.
Yeah.
She didn't believe him, so she smelled. Shoot.
Like a mother would.
I don't think so. No. Because most mothers are wise and calculating. There's no way she would have won. Right? She would have defeated herself if she was right. Right? So anyway, that bad move. Risky move.
I did catch that. Just a quick snip. What great directing. Good job, Michael Landon.
Okay.
He directed this.
Well, okay. So Trent, you began that by why are these scenes in the movie? Right? I viewed it as, this is the piss sheet of this movie. He's good at throwing the javelin because he's worked that arm out so well. I genuinely watched the whole movie. I'm like, why did he write that in his own autobiography? It's a weird thing to do.
This young girl is his love interest, but she likes the new guy, right? Who is...
Aren't they already dating?
Yeah.
So, she's already wearing his letter sweater or whatever he says.
Yep.
She's like, do you want that back? He's like, psh.
Yeah, she dumped it. Well, because he wouldn't fight the John Travolta wannabe.
Oh. Yeah, totally John Travolta wannabe.
By this scene, it's like, she sucks, dude. Just roll with it. Like,
yeah,
dude. No, she's a horrible human being.
Yeah, he's a terrible dude too. I mean, he's exactly what was Danny Zuko from Grease.
He doesn't even have a picture on IMDb.
Yeah, but he's exactly Danny Zuko from if I have hopefully I have the name right, from Grease, the character in Grease that John Travolta plays. He's exactly him.
Danny Zuko. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a scene, so he sees all of this happening, and in gym class they're just throwing a javelin as one does. So he takes his rage out on this javelin, right?
Hey, Horowitz! Come on! We haven't got all day.
Same gym coach?
No, he doesn't have the shirt that says coach on it.
How would you know who he is, right? Yeah.
Check this out. God, I'm so glad there's nobody was sitting there.
Holy shit! What are you, Marty?
That's what I do when I'm upset.
No,
I don't know what you guys do.
Sorry about that, Coach. Pump it in record.
Throw a stick.
That is one hell of a toss.
So three things in this.
It's like the same movie.
Yes, three things in this scene really stuck out to me. One is like, this is established that basically it's the exact same like beats that he was. It's clearly a very different movie, but anyway. Two, what was high school life like in rural New Jersey, where like this is gym class and like there's just girls hanging out with the guys and like it just super weird. And then three, the tone after he throws it and the coach is like, my mind's blown. And then the other boys are like, what is he, Mighty Mouse? And did you catch that? No, he's Super Jew. And you're like, whoa, okay. Yeah, I guess that it's going to be that type of movie, and it is.
And this movie, this came out in '84. Great year, by the way. What year was this took place? 50s again?
Yeah, this is supposed to be like 57, I think.
Like, okay, so because he's in junior high now. Yeah. Or, no, it's not high school. You mean high school. Yeah. Senior high is what they called it back then.
Yeah. So in this movie, he is slightly a different character because he's really into movies because his father works at the movie theater.
Well, he's not pissed at that anymore either.
True. And but he finds out that he has this power to throw the javelin. So then he goes to a movie by himself because he doesn't have a date anymore, and he sees the movie Samson, where he finds out that the guy had all of his power in his length of his hair. And I the guy, long-haired dudes, weird. Anyway, but what I think is interesting is that he watches the movie Samson and thinks that that's how I'm going to get my power too. I'm just going to have super strength because I'm not going to cut my hair anymore. Like he never got that Samson was unique, right?
I mean, in his defense, Lars had long hair, and that's why I wanted to be a drummer. And after he cut his hair, he wasn't a good drummer anymore. That was when somebody would have said Lars was never a good drummer. Actually.
This is the weirdest scene in the movie. So he just...
Oh, dude. Sorry. Yeah.
He just backed out of a fight with Danny Zuko. And this could have just not been in the movie, and it would have been the same movie. But what's weird is this is a thing that these boys do. There's no way this could work more than once. Right? Like, nobody would sit in this window anymore. Like, the word would have gotten out. And then, actually, they so we'll just watch what they do. There's no way that this could be a thing they do.
Mind if I join you? No, there's plenty of room.
So this bar is called the Pink Pony, which is pretty progressive for this time frame, either in the real time frame of when in 1984 or the era that they're portraying.
50s, yeah.
So he's sitting in the windowsill like he was told to sit in, and here we go.
You should have me fooled. I didn't think you were old enough to drink.
Yeah, I'm a lot older than I look.
And they push him out the window so they can beat up on him. And then the other buddy's like hanging out, rocking out to the jukebox. So really put this into like, put your mind in the mind of these guys here. This doesn't make any sense. So you went to this kind of specific target type of establishment, like this certain
bar.
Yeah, right? That they have a target audience, right? And you're just gonna hang out, schmooze, fit in, dance at the jukebox, just waiting for somebody to sit at the windowsill so you can throw them out and beat up on them. And then what, you're gonna do it again? Like, isn't that guy just gonna come in and be like, those guys, those ones that look like the kids that we shouldn't be serving? Those guys, this doesn't make sense.
And how far has one of them actually taken it before they push him out the window? You know, to be like, I fit in here, like that South Park. I'm a cop.
And freeze. And this scene never this scene never comes up again in the movie. This doesn't change how he doesn't have like guilt about this.
It has zero relevance in the entire film.
It doesn't.
Zero.
It just, he could have just walked away from that fight that he was going to get in front of his girl that he likes, and then just walked home, and it would just been the same movie, right? Weird. So advancing way further into the movie, we got where he has now grown his hair out to get his strength, and his principal is telling him he has to cut it.
Pull your hair out from under your collar.
But, Mr. Collins,
See that rat tail.
Yeah, get ready for lovely, lovely locks. Right? This is going to be.
Does it look like he has like extensions in?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty obvious there. Now you paused it.
But this is going to be like Crystal Gale hair here. This is going to be like just long hair here. Here we go. Bloop.
That was not like when the first time I saw it, I'm like, that's it. That's all it is. And naturally, there's only one solution.
Only one solution.
Only one solution.
Because he can't cut it.
Nope.
Because he does get his power from this. This is one of the very first MCU movies, right? This is a Marvel.
This is the original MCU movie.
Yeah. So the dad helps him come up with this plan because he shows off his super skill, super strength by lifting up the garbage cans.
Because his dad is awesome. Awesome. I love his dad's great.
Sure. But also he must be how
he
heavy...
recognizes his son's a Superman, and a super, he's a superhero.
Well, and in that scene they establish the dad can't even lift up the trash can. He's like, "Oh, did your mom put bricks in here?"
Oh no, I mean he's just a couple steps away from like being done for.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we're gonna see that in a minute. But
Oh.
So this is gonna be the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in a movie. Ever. So they conjure up this fake accident that he must have had, and so that he can hide his hair.
Gene! Oh, no! What happened?
So ridiculous.
I was getting out on
Looks like one of those old NFL helmets. A little bit,
With the leather helmets? Yeah. So now that's what he looks like now.
I love the part where she's like, "What?" He's like, "Well, first off, the dad says, well, I brought him to a doctor." She's like, "Well, which doctor? Like, how do we know? Like, we can trust him?" He goes, "It was my brother." And she's like, "Oh, your brother."
Well, no, he like taunts her. He's like, "It's my brother that you say is so great."
Yeah, he's the one who said it. Yeah.
So now he can be as strong as he would like in the eye of the public. They won't know his secret because nobody would be suspicious of this tiny bandage on his head, right?
This is also the same day that he got the bandage.
Yes, it is.
The coaches were like, "Yeah, he's got a doctor's note.
It's just a concussion. He's fine."
And they're like, "The doctor is Dr. Orowitz." Probably a coincidence. So I like that they let her just stand
on the track.
Yeah, in the throwing. So, because I'll just show you what happens. You wouldn't believe how common this is, and I actually kind of respect this movie that they kind of cover this like that this is a real danger in our schools.
Thank you. That was awesome. I'm like, there's a lot of hang time going on here.
So it hit the judge. It just hit him. Like, do you guys have any idea how many times this happens a year? How many times this happened in the Olympics?
Are you about to play a supercut?
No, look it up. Just, you know what? On your own time, look it up. It's insane. It's as far as video recording, it goes back to 1983 in the Olympics. How come they just don't have it? Just nobody stand over there. Just don't let anybody stand over there.
Is Javelin? Go ahead.
Well, especially now, like the way that they measure it is like a laser field, so you don't even need a person out there.
Okay, so they do still javelin. They do still do that in the Olympics. I would have thought that art was dead by now.
They also they use a little robot. This people need to look this up on their own time as well. They use like a little like robot to bring the javelins back. It's like a BattleBots robot, and goes and picks it up and like puts it in a little tray and then drives it back. It's so cute.
Because they used to use that cart that like the driving range, but the guys kept getting javelins.
Right. They're like, hey, guys, we need to figure something out about this because too many people are dying.
And let's just staple mattresses to the golf caddy.
You get the one person who's like, I don't think we should change it. I mean, this is how we've always done it. We should just keep
ancient tradition.
Like,
well, and then they're like we literally no school's gonna have budget for all these mattresses that Cam's talking about, and like Michael Landon's like, I got some used mattresses that nobody has. All right, so here's the big dramatic scene of the movie as far as fixing his confidence level is he backs into Danny Zuko's car, right? And I shortened this a bit. He's still wearing that thing. Like, he's on a date. Who would date this?
Kayfabe. He's got to keep it alive.
Okay. So
I just can't believe he just backed into Grease Lightning. So,
so this guy, Danny Zuko, wants to fight a man that has a bandage all over his head. He wants like this doesn't happen. This is.
Well, he also lays the groundwork for it being a hate crime. It's like everyone heard that insult, right?
Well, he touches his head too, right?
Yeah.
2 punches, 50 yards. Huh?
Oh, I think I didn't put that in there.
Oh, come on, Drew boy, give me your best shot right here.
So earlier he says, "I'll give you 2 punches and 50 yards." All right.
Yeah.
Then he says during the same interaction, "I'll give you 3."
And then he says
or
4.
4.
Then he goes 3, and then he goes 4.
So now when he's like, "Remember what I said?" Like if I was that kid, I'd be like, "Yeah, you told me I can give you 4 punches."
Yeah. And 50 yards.
And 50 yards.
Yeah, you can't read.
By the way, Danny Zuko's name in this movie is just Robert Woods.
Yeah, Bobby Woods.
That's not Bobby Woods. That's not a tough name at all. More like a wide receiver.
Robert Woods, yeah.
Robert Woods, yeah.
Okay, so we get to see what the hair is going to do here.
Oh, come on!
It's like shifted a little bit. The original Stormtrooper.
It absolutely does not land. They could. It's not even close.
The best part is they didn't film that in slow motion.
Yeah, they just got that food to fall that slow.
All that was done perfectly with ropes.
There's
she again.
What did you talk about her?
I mean, I wasn't going to because I didn't like her.
I
just want to say something positive for a moment. She is still alive.
Oh, good for her. She's still wet in the bed like a teenager.
Yeah. That's also my role on this podcast, not just the cast and crew, but keeping everybody up to date of living status for the people in these movies.
And I would like to just also make the note that you're the cast and the crew and didn't actually bring up the cast and spoil the movie for us. That's nice. The cast on its head.
I'm like, did I do something? I'm like, what did I do? I'm sorry. Okay.
So I like the new girlfriend better though, because I like this. He's like sorry, and she's like I can live with it.
Sorry I had to do that.
Perfectly all right with me.
Nice.
The thing is, he ends up with Bonnie in the long run.
No, he doesn't.
Like they get married and everything, don't they?
No, he gives a Kathy.
Just playing around.
Okay.
You pranked us, bro.
I include this scene because now his helmet is shifted the other way, right? He can't keep this thing straight. But also, this is his dad at the theater talking to the theater owner and trying to beg to get the day off because it's his son's big track meet where he's going to get scouted by a college.
A couple hours.
Yeah, but he doesn't say like, seriously, my son has a giant bandage on his head. Cut me some slack here. That doesn't even come up. Nobody even talks about. Nobody acknowledges his helmet head. Nobody. It's ridiculous.
Not until the coach talking to the scout.
Yeah, I did include that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
good.
a long show anyway.
Oh, sorry, Sam. I can't have an usher managing a theater.
Harold's been here for 3 years. He knows how to run things.
Sam, I'm paying you to manage the theater.
Well, you don't pay me enough to miss my son's
Seriously, just look at this.
track meet.
What?
Okay, so they're getting kind of romantic here. Getting right in front of her dad, who's watering the lawn at nothing o'clock here. Okay,
Don't mind me, just watering the lawn.
but he's still got this giant thing on his head. Like
he walks up and goes, "You can't date him. He's got that thing on his head."
He's never gonna be well again.
Never.
So her dad starts to hose him up. He's wearing a bandage, man.
And she's wearing a white blouse.
Sorry.
Messed up, dude.
Helping you out, kid.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
She's like, now we're all drenched, and he's like, I wet the bed. I'm used to it. Okay, so here we're getting to the end. Here's the final track meet, right? So he's still got it on his head. Okay, so check this out. Like Cam kind of mentioned it here, but the listen to what the scout doesn't even acknowledge it first or second here, right?
Gates, USC. Miss Gates? Gene, we've been impressed by your stats. Thanks. I must say I'm a little surprised at your size.
Oh,
What do
you're
you weigh?
surprised at his size, not the giant bandage on his head. Okay.
Is it even a bandage? It just looks like straight like a helmet.
It's a cast. Yeah.
I know.
Around 130?
Oh, Marv, that's a plus. Think what he'll do when he fills out a little.
Think what you do when he fills out. Like think. You know, he's gonna actually weigh a little less when he gets that giant thing off his head.
Well, I better get to the officials booth and get this weighed in.
I'll see you right back here.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Mr. Johnson, report to the judge area.
I can't believe his size.
Again, I can't. Man, he's so small. It's. If I had to write one note about him, he's smaller than I thought he would be. That's my first reaction, my first and only reaction meeting this young man. I still want him for our college, but just first reaction, he's a little short, just a little shorter than I expected him to be.
130? Yeah, it amazed me too. What's that bandage?
Oh my gosh! 30 minutes later. Oh yeah, and
I didn't notice that.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but did he seem to have a bandage on his head? Does he have like an injury that he needs to disclose to us before we shell out some scholarship money to our fine school?
Nope. It's just a hat so you can cover up that hair. Oh, hair? Oh, we can't give him a scholarship. He's got hair.
Well, and check what the coach says.
Auto accident. Must be pretty bad. He's had it on for almost 3 months.
3 months. He wore that thing for 3 months.
Yeah, that I was rolling. Oh, that was My cat like ran across the room because I was laughing so hard. I just really well because yeah, and you kind of while you're watching the movie, you just kind of like for me anyway, I just kind of was like, he's just gonna have that on from now on, and then finally they brought it back up. I'm like, oh yeah. He looked like an idiot for 3 months.
And I think I got these two scenes backwards here. But this is where he's getting told that his dad had a heart attack.
You Gene Horwitz?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry that I have to bring you some bad news.
Jackson, Cape May.
My dad.
He was hit by a javelin.
My dad, isn't it?
Yeah, he's at Martin General. Heart attack. It's a bad one.
It's hit by a javelin, yeah.
So this is actually the scene right before that. I kind of got these out of order. Sorry about that. But so the dad actually has a heart attack, bringing up all the film up like 4,000 flights of stairs, right? So this is his boss who won't help because he's really busy. His boss is extremely busy. The boss you guys just
I think this is the
This is the film kid, isn't it? Is
the what do they call him?
Up there? The projector?
The projectionist, yeah. He's got union. I think it's a projectionist.
Do me a favor.
He's like got union
I'm late for my
status.
boys' meet. Will you bring up the last load of cans for me?
Oh, I can't do that.
Oh, you're right. It's not the same guy. It's not the same guy. You're right.
Are you sure? That kind of looks like his boss, doesn't it? If he'd had a hat on, didn't his boss have a hat on earlier?
No, but Cam might be right on this one. But I'll say this: no matter what, the reason I included this is that he's sitting on the toilet reading pornography.
Yeah.
What's in front of him? Like a trash of.
That's a bunch of
tissues.
Tissues crumpled up.
Gross.
I didn't know Gene had been in here.
I also feel like if he would have came and said, "Hey, I nearly just had a heart attack walking up those steps. Can you help me with those?" Like, I'm old. Nope. Like, do you think this guy feels bad? Anyway, of something that we don't know that has happened yet.
All right, so we got two final scenes here. Here we go. So he just found out about his dad, right? But he gets called up to throw the javelin. I mean, your dad's dying. He's not going to make it another second. But take your time. Car's running. We're good to go. Right? So he goes to throw this javelin. Just hundreds of people standing in the field of play. This is just miraculous. This is just like every movie where the woman pulls her hair out of the ponytail and swings it back. Look at that luscious mane.
They hold that for a
But you shouldn't throw a projectile like this in distress. You just shouldn't. It's just not safe. That's not in slow motion either. He's just really slow. This isn't the Fast John kid. No, this is Gene. This is Javelin Gene, not Fast John, right?
Javelin Gene. No, this is slow motion either.
That's the cover of the movie.
I was waiting for him to trip, to be honest with you.
Over the hurdles.
Yes.
The throw of his life. His life will never be the same. Because he hit this kid. He just hit a kid. He hit that kid.
And he was aiming for him too.
Definitely was.
I will show you though that kid. You know, he was okay. He just suffered a laceration on his leg, and a pretty major concussion. But he's okay. The concussion was from the paramedic team that was helping him. They tripped.
Where did you find this footage?
It's from Googling Javelin accidents.
That's awesome.
Okay, here's our final scene of the movie. So back to the theater that he loves so much. Gene Orman. He loves his father and wants to keep this legacy going on so much that he changed his last name.
I want you to know that it
And here's the guy who owns the theater. And this is petty. This is petty. It doesn't make me like Gene better. It doesn't.
is an honor to have you at one of my theaters. An honor. Oh, thank you. Hey, I just want you to know you got 5 lights out on the marquee. I expect to see them lit when I come out.
You're above this, Gene. That's something a bad way to
I liked
do.
it. I liked it.
Don't have anybody else do it. You do. Don't be lit, Mr. Orman. I'm very, very sorry.
So you guys, did you guys see what the name of the movie was? Or blow your mind.
Oh yeah.
When you
You really feel the action on all the people cheering.
That's the thing.
So Sam's son. So they're watching this movie. That's not even breaking the 4th wall. That's like the 9th wall.
Yeah.
They're watching.
You dived back 3 dreams, went down, around the corner, through the looking glass.
Came back and watched the movie you were making.
Yeah. So that was Sam's son.
Samsung?
Samsung.
I like that the double feature the night that he watched Samson was David and Goliath, and then Samson.
Yep.
What did they play for the matinee? Ben-Hur?
My first thought that I didn't have time to make a head cast for myself. It was on the docket. I just did not have time.
The second I saw it, I thought to myself,
Like,
how can I beat
he's
Trent
gonna make a
Punch?
paper mache balloon.
I got this right. I wish I had one. Are you gonna make one still?
No.
We can redo this episode if you want. If you want to make one.
I'll make a head cast and wear it if you wet the bed.
No deal.
I was gonna do it anyway.
You better start making that head cast.
You better have it made by tomorrow. It's happening tonight. But remember that happiness is like peeing your pants. Everyone can see it, but only you can feel the warmth. All right, only you can feel the warmth. Let's do our final thoughts. Should we start with the Loneliest Runner since we're talking about pee again? Cam, you go first.
Oh boy, I should have thought about this. Really bad movie. The awful sound made me like literally nauseous. Just like constant hiss, annoying bugs all the time. Couldn't hear half the lines. It was just a bad 70s TV movie. That being said, I was so entertained and I hated the mom so much that it's going to get a 5.
Okay. I'll go. I literally just finished this movie, 10 minutes before we hopped on and whatnot. I watched it in parts and I was happy it was on YouTube. It was an interesting movie. I never watched a movie about wetting the bed. I think if I were to know some people who had children that wet the bed, I'd tell them to watch this movie so they, didn't think it was laziness. Stole that from earlier. I don't know if I said that on air or not, but anyways, I don't know what to give it. Can I give it a 5? I mean, that feels comfortable, but I'm gonna give it a 6. Because it did have Decent story. About wetting the bed.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, one of a kind,
To be
right?
clear, that is what it is about.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, I kind of, I'm influenced because I see what the IMDb score is. But Trent, give me your final thoughts.
I'll give it a 6 as well. So this gets a golden 6.
Golden 6. Dude, there is a person who did a 10 out of 10 on IMDb for a review, and it says that I'll just read a little bit, but when I saw this film, I was horrified and encouraged. I was horrified because at the time I was a teen bedwetter myself, and sitting with my family watching this made me feel very embarrassed. No one said anything about it, but I was very self-conscious and uncomfortable. Wow, this movie has helped people actually. Like that's kind of like I want to laugh, but it's like genuine. It feels like too. So you give it a 6. We'll go back to that. I just wanted to share that because I read it. Sam's son. I'll go first. Samson, I like this movie more, but I'm still just going to give it the same. I liked it more, but I'm ranking it the same. They're both going to be 6s for me. I liked the story. At first, I started watching it. I'm like, what is this going to be about? And then the more and more I got into it, the more and more I really liked Eli Wallach as the dad. I liked his character, and I kept watching it. And of course, at the end, he died, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It was kind of sad, but I give it a 6. And I wouldn't buy it, but I would recommend it to people. Did you say that on the Loneliest Runner? No, I wouldn't buy that.
Oh, I would buy it
because it's on YouTube.
Well, but if you could
buy, why would you buy it? It's on YouTube.
But if you could buy it, it'd be a better quality.
Yeah, and it won't be stuck at 1.15 speed. And
I just don't know how often I would watch that one.
It'd also be a good conversation piece to just have on the shelf.
Yeah.
Just have it on the coffee table.
So I hadn't seen Samson until last weekend. And when I saw the cast on his head, I knew that this was going to be one of the stupidest things I've ever seen, and I love it. You know what? I do like it more. The cast is so ridiculous, and to find out that he's been wearing it for 3 months, it's just that thing smells worse than John's sheets, right? So I'll give it a 6 just because it's so hilarious to me, but it is a dumb movie. Though these are both bad movies, but they're fun. They're funny. They're weird.
I liked it. What about you, Cam? What do you have for Sam's son?
I really want to give it a insanely high score because it's so entertaining. But no, it needs to be at a 6.
Dude, we went evil on that.
But that being said, you hit a point kind of around the Pink Pony where you're like, is this gonna be a movie or what? It's like, where are we going with this? And then it just keeps getting better from that point on. And I'm not gonna forget those throwaway scenes. They're very funny, like the scenes with the dad late at night. Awesome.
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
No, that was a great scene.
I had to pause it and Google what a Dagwood it was.
Oh, I have no idea. Is it some New Jersey thing?
It's just a big sandwich because
just a tall sandwich.
Because Dagwood is the husband in the Blondie comic in the newspaper.
Ah, okay.
And he was known for making the ridiculously big sandwiches. So you making a big sandwich is called Dagwood. I just learned this on Saturday.
Well,
That's great because the only things he gets out of the fridge are, I think, mustard and some other sauce. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, he's just
I was just like, oh, this is some weird sandwich.
It's bread sauce. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen. The strength doesn't come from his nutrients; it comes from his hair.
Well, I also do love the he's like, yeah, it must be my hair. He's like doing workout. There's like a supercut, like sports training montage of him working out in the middle of the gym and him opening the door to the bathroom.
Shoot, I forgot that. I forgot that scene. That is a weird scene. That there's a shot of him lifting weights in the middle of the gym.
Yeah, in the middle.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like,
There's
it's
one bench right in the middle of the gym.
it's the I don't know. I probably shouldn't say this, but we'd always call it the ladies' bar, the 25-pound bar instead of the 45-pound bar. And he only has one 25-pound weight on both sides.
Yeah, but his hair wasn't very long then.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's like, starts a workout and he like measures how long it comes down and then finishes the workout. He's like, oh, got a quarter inch on that workout. No, it's fun. It's fun and it's on YouTube. Check it out, people.
And it's true. Like, this is a true story again.
It is a true story.
Right? Because Michael Landon had a scholarship because of his javelin. Right?
Yeah. I was going to mention that in this, he says he threw, like, on his father's deathbed, he's like, oh, man, I threw like a 220 something.
Yeah.
So I was like, that is insane for a high schooler. So I looked it up. And Michael Landon did throw that was the United States record for a high schooler.
Oh, really? 220?
He only threw 193.
But that's still the record.
For that year for 57 or whatever.
So he upped it a little bit.
Yeah, so he added 30 feet.
The coach had said, if you throw over 200 yards, you're talking scholarship there, boy.
Yeah, state record, yeah.
State record,
But him being a fast runner, there's no facts to back that up.
True.
No, he just wanted to write a different type of movie. He's like, what else can I put into a movie about wetting the bed? Ooh, running. So I have to run home every day to, take my sheet down from hanging in the window.
To cover up my accident that I had 8 hours before.
Yeah. Oh, that's how I got really fast.
I didn't even think about that, Trent, because I was just so mad at the mom. I was like, yeah, I guess he could have just kept stuffing away the sheet.
Who was the worst mom? In what movie?
Oh, in the first one for sure.
Loneliest Runner.
Yeah, no. If my mom was trying to open the door while I vocally said I was in the bathroom.
And then when you walk out, she sniffs it.
Yeah, my mom's sniffing my bathroom fumes. I'm moving out. I'm taking my wet sheets with me too.
Oh goodness. Well, okay, that's the way we're going to sign off here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. That was a lot of fun. Both those movies. Watch them, like Cam said. They're on YouTube. That was pretty cool. Didn't have to really search too hard to find them. So thanks again for joining us on another episode of Do You Remember This Movie?
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Ram. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Or this TV show.
Open the door. Gene?
Is that better?